Hi, I'm Alexander Bruce, and this is my game Antichamber, which was released earlier in the year. So Antichamber is described as a mind-bending psychological exploration game set within an Escher-like world. So if we imagine like Escher paintings that are dealing with perspective tricks and illusions, this is like exploring that from a first-person perspective. So geometry and space don't really work like they do in other games, and so we're going to spend a lot of time subverting expectations that gamers have built up over like 20 years of playing games. We're going to take all of those concepts, throw them out the window, and train people in a new way to think and a new way to play games. This game is based off like ideas and prototypes going back to 2006. I was a student at university just making a bunch of tech demos. I went off to industry for over a year to gain some more skill. By the time I was doing my final year of university, I didn't want to just go back to the industry at the end of my degree, so I decided to go back to some of the most interesting prototypes that I had done and actually do something with them. And I spent about 6 months creating a student project back in 2009, and that game started winning some awards, and it started getting me, flying off to like the Tokyo Game Show and to the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco, and it won some money in Make Something Unreal, and so I decided now that I have this money, I'm going to spend a little bit more time fleshing it out into a commercial thing. The UDK was announced, I could make it a standalone thing rather than an Unreal mod, and so then I spent 3 years taking it around to a whole lot of conventions like these, putting it through a whole lot of festivals, to keep putting it in front of people and testing it and refining it until 3 years later I finally had a commercial thing that I could release. Well, before this game was even released, I'd already built up over 25 awards and honors for the game. I had a whole lot of advocates at major news sites. Pretty much everyone was talking about it throughout the release. They kept previewing it at different events. I had backing by the Indie Fund, and then when it finally released, everyone was talking about it. I got a whole lot of really good review scores, and within 7 weeks I'd passed 100,000 sales, and I recently passed 250,000 sales. So the reception's been pretty good especially considering the team size. This was mostly me over a couple of years by myself, so that's pretty good reception for an independent game. But this is currently available on Steam. Like right now, this is in the summer sales, so right now it's 50% off. Normally it's $20, it's currently $10. Go buy it.